Welcome to Draegon Grey's variety show, the series Life. Today we talk about how things in our world, particularly United States, has changed. How where we were at one point and how things are different. How did we get here? Can we go back to where we can be civil? That's the question. So sit back and hopefully these questions will bring about thoughts that will lead us back to a civilized country. Our world has changed so much when you stop and think about it. Most times we think only about ourselves. We weren't that way years ago. Many times we are not concerned about the other person. We were more thoughtful about the other person than we were ourselves. If I remember correctly, the good will is treat others as you like to be treated. We're not as thoughtful or respectful of each other. Thankfully, this isn't everyone. How often do strangers stop to help others in need? I've seen that a few times, but not as much as it used to be. I happily do see it occasionally. And an example yesterday on the train at the airport, a lady was asleep on the train. A gentleman tried to wake the young lady, recognizing she didn't initially wake up. Eventually, he was able to wake her. That was nice to see, remembering how things used to be in the past. Too often we just watch the person suffer or we don't intervene, no matter how severe. On occasion, I myself have been guilty of that, but I try my best to make sure that I do step in if it's possible. And I get it. There's the concern about consequences if you do step in and help someone who's in need. Was it always that way? I don't think so. I'm also aware the lack of response is due to the concern for safety. A reasonable concern for sure. As well, fear of safety and potentially being taken advantage of is a major concern, and I myself have experienced being taken advantage of. The concerns, as I said, are valid. Instead of making a blanket decision to avoid, maybe assess the situation to determine the level of risks. Why do I suggest this? Somehow we have to find our way back to civility. Maybe politics has taken us away from civility of living. As I've said in a podcast once, we make decisions based upon emotions and not intellect. We change our ability to listen, respect, and overall grow as a person. I'm going to say the universe instead of saying God. Many have different acronyms that represents the one controlling. As we live this life, we never know who the universe will bring to our lives to help us navigate life's challenges. How would you know if a certain person is there to help you move forward unless you engage with that person? I've been in situations where literally a person didn't want to talk to me because I had a different view. Give you an exciting example. The other day I was walking my dog. There was a city employee emptying the trash around the lake. After I said good morning, I thought to myself, I should thank that person for what they do. I had taken several steps away, continuing to walk. I contemplated going back, yet I kept walking. I thought next time I'll make sure to say something to him. All of a sudden, my dog had to go to the bathroom, so she stopped to go. Ironically, there was a trash can closer to where we were, my dog and I, and the same person that drove their truck closer to empty the trash can right where I was going. My dog finished, and I picked it up. We walked to the trash can where this gentleman was. I tossed the bag in the trash can he was changing. I told him thank you for what you do. I really appreciate it. He said thank you. It's really ironic. I was thinking about doing a good deed, yet passing up an opportunity. Yet the universe seemed to create another opportunity to do the good deed. Who knows how or by my action what is in store for that person? What plan does the universe have for him? By not wanting to engage, you won't know what you passed up for or for your own growth. Is not agreeing with you a rational reason to avoid someone because they don't have the same mindset? We forget we never know if that same person may potentially save our lives. What's the harm in being respectful to a stranger? As years go by, things change. But sometimes certain changes are not good. Not being civil to each other is an example of some unfortunate changes. One question as to what factors were involved in this type of change. Could it be influence on a personal level mostly or global? What is the influence? Religion, politics, personal experience? The world doesn't have to be the way it is, and particularly the United States. But we have to put aside the emotions that are negative, such as anger and disgruntledness and hate. Those things, those types of emotions will not bring us together. They will divide us as we are divided. And what's interesting that we're not talking about too much is looking at history in other civilizations, ones that survived and ones that didn't. What are we doing that's similar to the civilizations that didn't survive? Question mark. Would love to hear your comments, thoughts. You can check this out. Draegon Grey, Spotify. This has been an episode of Draegon Grey's variety show, Life, How Things Today Have Changed. I hope that you can find within your own self, if you are one of those that have strong emotions, to think and listen to what others may be saying, even though they may not be saying what you're saying.